I react. Fight like, stay down. Now we taking off, got the flight. Promise you if anybody can, homie, I can. Get it right, man. Baby, I'm my own hype, man. Yeah. Run it back, run it back. Run it back, and run it back. Run it, ooh, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. About to snap, take a photograph. Run it back, make it to the friends. Run it back when I told it right. I'll be back, make another back. Ultra fast. I ain't with the boat to dash. Run it back, running back. Face back with the shoulder pads.
Run it back, watch your back. You think I want it cream, but I like it black. Not the act.
Tonight, the second of two games tonight. It's the Browns and Steelers underway to wrap up week 2. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Now the Cleveland offense ready to go to work behind the 3-time Pro Bowler Deshaun Watson in his second season now as a Brown, number 7 overall.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
First play, Watson to the air. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the NFL's 3rd leading rusher last year, it's Nick Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The Browns at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. This defense for the Steelers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a third down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already, I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on third down.
Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. And they get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. Second down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense set for their first possession here, and it's Kenny Pickett who will lead the way, the second-year man, Charles, from Pitt.
Pickett didn't quite lead Pittsburgh to the promised land in his first season as the hometown. Kid and franchise quarterback, but he did impress once he got in the field, winning 7 games, helped keep the vaunted streak of non-losing seasons alive in the Steel City.
Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs. Just shy of the 30. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. It's brought in by Harris. You look at this Browns defense, currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be #1 and be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? If so, then we really got something to talk about.
That's the challenge. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw, Pickett. A short one there to Freiermuth. That'll give him 8 that time. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Try him with Pickett here on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, the Steelers going to bring in Braden Mann to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first.
The Browns needed a true #1 receiver when they dealt for Cooper, and he took on that role immediately. Over 1,100 yards and a career-best 9 touchdowns in 2022. Their now established top target picks up a first down.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And again, it's Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. That's complete to the tight end, Akins. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now it's Watson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Definitely not. The ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up second down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's 2nd and 3. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw is Watson. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns. So this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
To the air on first down with Pickett. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
They'll throw again with Pickett. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. Down the sideline he goes.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders, it's not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
York now for the extra point.
And it is now 21-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. After the pick 6, here's Pickett to try again.
He finds his man Johnson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Pickett now from the gun here.
Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Pickett now on first down. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So
everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Pickett sets up play action. That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth.
And he's going to be wrangled down quickly after the catch up at the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Here's Freiermuth again.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. Pickett will look to throw it here. That's caught downfield by Pickens. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's going to have a Browns first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Chubb producing on that run, and he produces year after year for the Browns. Third in the league with over 1,500 yards in 2022. He quietly is in the top 20 all-time in both yards and touchdowns in a player's first 5 seasons.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8.
Back to throw, Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick, and they will take over at the 20. Yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
Going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that'll bring him back within 4. 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
They go with Chubb on second down, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. They give to Chubb out of the gun, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
On second down, here's Watson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is third down and 12. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
And now offensively it's third and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking,
what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Here's Watson. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
York able to send this one through.
And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun.
Pickett lost it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head, that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Cleveland offense making their way out.
They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Chubb is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. So how about this start to a year? Fantasy owners take note. 2 rushing touchdowns in the opener. 2 more here in week 2.
So a nice pickup by 2 entities. 1, this team for making sure they acquired this guy. And 2, anyone who plays fantasy who has him on their team.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Back to throw, Pickett. A short one there to Freiermuth.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Pickett to throw on 1st down. Pass complete to Robinson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Pickett.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Here's 2nd down. Pickett to throw. That's to Freiermuth.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Now Pickett.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. 25 seconds to go. A must recover if they're going to have any chance. And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Now 2nd and 3.
They run it again with Chubb.
And he will have a Browns 1st down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen.